Hi everyone, welcome back to Visa Preps with XCELE with Emmy. Let's wait for a couple of minutes and then we are going to start the session. Today is going to be a hard stop at 1 hour. Alright, hi everybody. I'll share the StreamYard link in a minute and then we can start. So once I share the link, please join because we are taking everybody that's on for the beginning and then I'll have to log off. Still trying to share the link on WhatsApp. Alright, guest. Invite guest, copy link, second. Yeah, all right, we can start. I'm going to share the link quickly. If you have a question, please make sure you are joining quickly to ask your question. I'm not going to stay on for 2 hours today. Yeah, I just shared the link on YouTube. So you want to join the link quickly? Let's do this quickly. All right, get rich. Your interview is tomorrow. Can you join the link quickly? The link that I just shared. If you want to interview, sorry. If you don't want to, that's fine. Yeah, I just pinned the link. So yeah, let's be fast. Hi Kwabna, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good, and you?
I'm good. What's up with you? When is your interview?
Please, tomorrow morning.
Okay, let's. You are rich, right? Are you get
Kwabena.
commented in the comment section? So, I just want to
Yes,
know.
yes.
Okay, let's do this. Okay, tell me about your funding.
I have a funded scholarship of 17,000 with a
You have a
deficit of
what?
35,000.
You have a
I have
what?
a
Okay.
funded scholarship of $17,000 with a deficit of $35,000, which will be funded by my uncle in the person of Richard Sante. He owns 8 retail shops across the country and rental apartment in Accra and Suman. He previously sponsored my senior sister to offer BSc nursing in the University of Alberta in Canada, and is committed to sponsoring my education. And is committed to sponsoring my education. He believes in my potential and knows that this investment will not only benefit me, but benefit our whole country and also benefit him.
Who is sponsoring, your uncle or your dad?
My uncle.
Okay, do you have a sponsorship letter from him?
Yes, please.
And then you have his bank statement.
Yes, please.
Okay, Kwabna, why did you choose this program?
I chose computer information science because I'm a programmer and I enjoy programming. I know how much technology can be used to solve real world problems. I plan to leverage the knowledge and skills I gained from pursuing this degree in the United States of America to develop robust information system for keeping good health records, and also develop telemedicine app that can give health descriptions to those who are in need of emergency healthcare. Uh, I'll create youth fintech for microfinance, loans, and savings companies too. And finally, I plan to create softwares and AI tools that's going to help students in their academics by taking online courses on the softwares that I create.
So Kwabna, what program or are you going for BSc or masters?
BSc.
Okay, so what time did you finish high school?
I completed high school around 2020.
Okay, so within the last 3 years, what have you been doing?
I'm a Zenvas volunteer. I've been volunteering for Zenvas where we go to rural areas and we educate them about how to recycle waste and importance of recycling waste, that's plastics and rubbers, and what we turn the waste products into. That's we turn them into school bags, we turn them into plastic bottles, and also turn
So,
them.
Kwabna, there's a very nice way you can say this. And then, mind you, the visa officer that may not know severance, or I personally don't know, and I don't think it's because the company is small or big. I just don't know, right? So, you want to
Yeah.
make sure that you are explaining what severance stands for. So, I'm a severance volunteer. Severance is a non-profit organization that runs sustainability campaigns by sending young people to rural areas to educate people in rural areas about, do you get it? It's how you say it to be convincing, because you have a deficit of 34,000. And I'm going to ask you, does your uncle have any children?
No, please.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so just work on that, especially when your visa interview is tomorrow, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, please.
So severance, explain what severance stands for. Like a non-profit organization that seek to help young people, or that seek to help build sustainable cities. So they send young people to rural areas to educate the people in the rural areas about recycling and how they can make use of unwanted stuff after they have used them. Like more convincing than the way you were saying it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there any question for me?
Okay. So please, I wanted to know, from whatever I said, please, can how can you like the rating? Can you rate me?
Yeah, I feel like the very part that I asked you, what's the gap? You are a volunteer, which is good, which means you are not idle. But then you have to explain how the volunteer may be even related to your why did you even go for the volunteer for 3 years and now you're not pursuing your degree? So these are the things you want to think about.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So I had an idea that I would say that during my period of volunteering, I also took online courses in Python, C++, and HTML, giving me advanced knowledge in as programming in three different languages. And that's the reason why I want to go and pursue my bachelor's in computer science in Washington and Jefferson College in Pennsylvania now.
Yeah, perfect. So you want to add that. I do. So the visa officer can be like, why? What did you do during the 3 years gap? I'm a service volunteer. Service is a non-profit organization that prioritizes sustainability and recycling. Service sends young people from the urban areas to the rural areas to educate people in the rural areas who do not have access to this um edge cutting technologies about sustainability, and to re-educate them about how they can recycle their products to make it very useful. Therefore, like fulfilling the SDG goal number. I don't know which SDG goal is number 7. I don't know which SDG goal, but you know the SDG goals, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so something more convincing along the lines where US is interested in more sustainability, more of the SDG goals. You want to mention that. Also, you can then you bring in, also alongside you are taking programs like MATLAB, C++, just to understand the field of computer sciences. Now you are ready to go back to school, right? That will be
Yes,
a
please.
major part of your interview apart from your funding. And so for your funding, I don't know your uncle, but if your uncle has children, you want to, the notion is that you don't want to make it seem like your uncle has a lot of financial burden. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. If you don't have any question for me, I'm going to move to the next person.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Rukiat, are you ready? Rukiat.
Good evening, Sima.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Please, before we proceed, I want to ask question. I'm
Okay.
fine. On my I-20, um, they don't indicate whether it is personal fund, family fund, or any organization. They just stated that Mega Life Sciences Nigeria Limited, like that's who is going to sponsor my
And that
funding.
company is sponsoring you.
And I submitted a letter with my bank statement to the school, stated that it's my father-owned company, but they don't indicate it as a family fund on my I-20. They don't indicate
Yeah,
whether
it's
it is
fine.
family
Like,
fund.
listen, it's fine. I think we've spoken about this before. If you let this bother you so much, you might miss your opportunity to get your visa because of that, because you might not be explaining it, especially when you're anxious about it. I think we've said that it's fine. You just have to explain to them that the mega health company on the I-20 is a family owned business. Now, even if you bother about it, there's not much you can do because the school cannot generate I-20 for you at this time. So just go with what you have and explain. When you reached
Okay,
out to
okay.
them, what
Thank
did
you
they
so
say?
much. Okay, let's. They said I didn't indicate whether I just said Mega Life Sciences is the one that want to sponsor me that. So that's what they wrote on
Yeah,
the
that's what you
I-20.
told them, right? Maybe you should have told them that it was a
No,
family.
I attached a letter that stated that it's my from the company, that it's my father
They might not
company.
have read the
And
message, so it should have been in the email. They might not have read the attachment.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, let's proceed with the prep now.
Okay. What's your funding?
Okay, I want to fund my studies in 2 ways. Firstly, I have a merit worth of 22,000, which covers 61% of my tuition fee, and Mega Life Sciences Nigeria Limited will be responsible for my tuition deficit and living expenses. It's a family business owned by my father, and this company generates an annual income of $200,000 after reduction of payment of taxes and salaries.
All right. You have sponsorship letter. I know that. You have the bank statement of the business, which is good. What program are you going to study?
Okay, my program is criminal justice with concentration on justice and public policy. And it's a 2 years program where I will be having a total of 33 unit course. In this first semester, I'm having a unit 9 unit course, which consists of two foundational courses in criminological theories and one introduction to criminological research.
Okay, and what's your plan after school?
So after the completion of my study, I will return to Nigeria to take a position as policy analyst at Mega Life Sciences Nigeria Limited, where I will bring a valuable insight into legal compliances and risk management, and also focus on implementation of security protocol and safety measure within the business
How are you
because
going to do this? Are you currently working with a company?
no, for now I focus on adding a value to my knowledge and career, which I believe my master's degree in criminal justice is going to
What's
equip me with
caviar?
necessary
What's
skills.
caviar?
What?
What's caviar?
Ma?
You said
What do you say, ma?
you said adding knowledge to yourself in caviar. So I want to know what caviar is.
Okay. I want to become a top researcher, which will be
Oh, career. Okay.
contributing to a research that can help build the career,
So
career.
if I get you,
Hello?
you are not working, right? So if you are saying you are adding knowledge to yourself, how are
No,
you?
I'm currently working as a teaching assistant, which which I believe it will add value to my knowledge
You are currently working at where? Your line was breaking. Sorry.
and practical experience in my field.
Where are you currently working?
Yes, as a teaching assistant. I'm currently working as a teaching assistant at the University of Ibadan.
Okay.
The network is bad.
You are currently working as a teaching assistant. So I think we have said this before that you want to tell them that you are currently working as the teaching assistant at the Department of Defense or something. And so getting a degree in
Yeah.
cybersecurity, you have to link it to what you are currently doing. So that when I ask you that what is your plan after school, you'll be able to link it to coming back to maybe assume a role. You can say you want to be an assistant professor, but it doesn't mean you will come back to be an assistant professor. You are just creating a convincing story, but it looks like that feedback you didn't take it.
No, I want to say that the sponsorship is an investment in my education. So after the completion of my study, I will come back to retain a post in that company.
Okay. Yeah. Is there any question? Do you have any question for me aside the I-21? Don't worry about it. It has happened
No.
already. And it's something you can
Okay.
explain to them if they ask you about your funding. So you can say on my I-20, whatever family business is, whatever business is stated on there is a family business, which is owned by my dad. And this business is going to sponsor my education throughout my 2 years program. The business deals with it. It's just you explaining to the person. Don't be anxious over it. Okay. Do you have any
Okay.
questions?
Yes, ma. Like I see one question, like they asked the person about what will you be doing during your summertime, and I don't,
Well,
I don't know
during
the answer
your
to that question.
summertime, you either take summer classes or you plan to come back home to visit the family, or you plan to participate in extracurricular activities during the summer. Like it can be anything. Don't think too much. Just be honest. What will you be doing? Do you plan to travel? Do you plan to take summer classes to expedite your program? That would be a very good thing to say as well,
Okay.
because they always do summer classes. It just depends on your choice, right? So
Okay.
yeah,
Thank you so much.
no
Thank you.
problem. All right, Bello, how are you doing?
I'm fine, man. Good evening.
Good evening. Tell me about your family real quick.
My education is being funded in two ways. I was awarded a $23,040 scholarship that covers 63% of my tuition, and my family business, Tech Farm Nigeria Limited, will be responsible for my 56,000 deficit. It's a family business owned by my father, and the company makes an annual income of $183,000 after deduction of tax and payment of salary of workers. It's a farming-based company that's into organic and hydroponic farming. They also sell farming tools and equipment. They engage in estate management and slaughtering of animal into raw meat. The company has a staff strength of 150 and three branches in Nigeria with its headquarters in Port Harcourt.
Okay, what's your plan after school?
Um, after my after I'm done my program, I'll be returning to assume a role as an assistant lecturer at the institution I'm currently working at the University of Illinois Department of Criminology and Security Studies, where I'll be taking undergrad student on courses like criminal justice and criminological theory. And also I'll be focusing on research that will help contribute to the Nigerian Correctional Service I will also be contributing on research that will be beneficial for lawmakers and government agencies to formulate a new rehabilitative policy to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of the Nigerian Correctional Service.
Okay, why should I approve your visa?
Approving this visa will grant me the legal access into the United States to pursue a master degree in criminal justice, which will equip me with the necessary skills and practical experience that I need in contributing to a research that will be beneficial for lawmakers and government agencies to formulate a new rehabilitative policy that will help improve the efficacy and effectiveness of the Nigerian Correctional Service.
Okay, do you have any family in the US?
No, ma, I don't.
What would you do if I deny your visa?
I'm optimistic about this interview, but however, if my visa got denied, I will re-strategize and reapply again because I'm passionate about my dream and to achieve my goals.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have any questions for me, Bello?
No, ma, I don't.
Okay. Okay. Then
I
I'll
don't
move to
think
the
no.
next. Yeah. Your answers are good. I think we've had enough prep sessions. It's just that I've always said that your deficit is huge, but with a family business, it should be okay. Having a support letter from them and a bank statement from them should suffice.
Okay, ma. Thank you very much, ma, for the support and the constant prep.
Okay. Adjoa, are you ready?
Yes, please, I'm ready.
How
Good
are you doing
evening.
today? Yeah.
I'm fine, please, and
Did you find a date yet?
this is yes, please.
When is your interview?
Next week.
Okay. Tell me about your funding.
Okay. I've been awarded a scholarship and an out-of-state tuition waiver of 8,344 US dollars, which has reduced my tuition fees significantly by 53%, and a deficit of 20,002 US dollars will be covered by my elder brother, in the person of AK, who is the CEO of our family business. He makes an annual income of 60,000 US dollars, and he's sponsoring because he believes in my potential to make a positive impact in our healthcare system, and also wants me to gain advanced skills to come and assist him in the management and running of the operations of our pharmaceutical company.
All right. So, what do you intend to do after school?
Upon successful completion of the Masters in Business Administration and Management program with a concentration in healthcare administration, I'll return to Ghana to take up the role of a clinic manager at Ali Pharmacy, a pharmaceutical company owned by my family, which is being expanded to include a clinic. As a clinic manager, I'll be responsible for the coordination of the overall operations of the clinic, ensuring that the goal of the clinic is met, which is to provide quality and convenient care to underserved communities in Ghana.
Okay, Adra, what would you do if your visa is denied?
If this visa is denied, I would I will figure out, I would identify what went wrong and reapply, because this program is something I really look up to. It's going to equip me with the skills to contribute positively to the healthcare system in Ghana.
Okay. So what program are you going to study?
I'm going to study a 2-year master's in business administration and management with a concentration in healthcare administration.
I do see that you're a nurse. Why the healthcare administration?
I chose to study a master's in business administration with a concentration in healthcare administration because I want to equip myself with advanced skills in business and in health administration, like financial management skills, marketing skills, healthcare operations skills, to take up the role of a clinic manager at my family pharmaceutical company, which is being expanded to include a clinic. This is perfectly in line with my career goals and aspiration. Additionally, my current job role as a nurse, where I coordinate care with health personnel, I supervise junior staff, I draw care plans, have given me a good foundation in management and in leadership. So I'll just be building on the skills to gain more advanced skills.
Okay. And do you have any relative in the United States?
No, I do not have any relative in the United States.
Okay. I'm approving your visa. Do you have any questions for me, Adjoa?
No, please. Thank you.
Okay. Collins, you said your visa interview is tomorrow. Um, let's prep. Are you ready? Collins. 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 Hello? Alright, if Collins is not ready, Joe, are you ready?
Yes, I am, Miss Emmy.
Okay, Joe, how are you doing?
Can you? I'm well. How about you?
I'm doing good too. Alright, let's start. I'm looking
I
for
like I like your hair this evening. You are glowing.
thank you. I'm looking for my charger. That's why my video is off. So I'll put my video on in a second, but let's start. Um Tell me about your funding.
No problem. That's fine.
Yeah, Joe, tell me about your
Ship my
funding.
tuition, participation in health benefits.
Your line is breaking.
Okay. I have an assistantship of 22,000. Sorry. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. So I have an assistantship of 22,093 US dollars, which covers tuition, participation in health benefits program, and a stipend which I receive from the programs department. My
I can't hear your deficit. Hello, Joe.
of 18,750 US dollars will be covered by my personal savings and support from my uncle, who is my
Your line is really breaking, so I'm going to take another person.
so
Sante.
Hello, Amy.
Yeah, how are you? Is it the same as Asante, or today you decided to change your name?
The same thing.
Okay. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you. Please yourself.
I'm doing good. Tell me about your funding.
My funding will be coming from two main streams of sources. I'll be contributing an amount of 3,410 USD to support myself. Additionally, my brother, his Nilaye Botri, who'll be funding majority of my tuition. He's a very successful businessman and a CEO of Liberty Ventures Limited. The company is into the mass production of food and beverages with distribution outlets across Ghana and international markets in Europe and Africa. It generates him an annual income of 80,000 USD with 40 permanent staff and having been in successful operation for over 20 years. Additionally, I have been granted a 2-year study leave with pay for my current employer to support my education.
All right. So with every funding that you have said, it means that you do not have any deficits after your brother, yourself, and the study leave with pay, right?
Yes, please.
All right. What program are you going to study?
I'm going to study 2 years master's degree in cybersecurity with a major concentration in computer and information systems, which will grant me cybersecurity skills in information assurance and security auditing, where I'll return to my home country, Ghana, and help my current organization mitigate risk whilst ensuring compliance as I assume a senior role of a senior manager, enterprise information security and governance.
All right. What's your plan after school? Are you going to
After
study
my,
a degree?
please come again.
Is it master's or bachelor's?
It's master's.
Okay. What's your plan after school?
After my graduation, I will gladly return to my country, Ghana, specifically with my current employer, Loaded Tech Pro Limited, and assume the role of a senior manager, enterprise information security and governance, which is available for me on my return. In this new role, I'll have the responsibility of protecting my company's physical and logical assets against malicious attacks through the implementation of robust security controls and defense mechanisms. This is going to really be easy for me because with my experience in data analytics and machine learning, I'm going to integrate machine learning tools such as the security orchestration, automatic response in detecting proactively cyber threats, and this will help me secure my information systems proactively. Also, as part of my long-term goals, I intend liaising with the Ghana National
What
Cybersecurity
was what
Agency.
was my question? What's your plan after school?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Convince me to approve your visa, Sante.
Officer, I believe you should approve my visa because I have proven that I'm a credible student admitted into the Grand Valley State University to pursue this master's degree in cybersecurity. Additionally, I have proven that I have a strong financial stance to provide for myself and pay for my tuition with the help of my brother. Also, this master's degree in cybersecurity will equip me with the necessary skills, which is perfectly in line with my career goals. And these, I will return back to my home country and assume the role of a senior manager, enterprise information security and governance, which is readily available for me right away when I return because my company has given me a 2-year study leave with pay and I'm bonded with them for a period of 3 years. Hence, I'm mandated to come back to my country and assume this role to help increase efficiency in my country, in my organization, and my country as well. Also, I cannot wait to reunite with my family after my master's degree program.
Santi, you are the one with the long answers, right?
As well, like,
Yeah, your answers are very long. I don't know. We've spoken about this, so I think we said that if you go, you should read the room because I
Yeah.
don't know if you're in my WhatsApp group. I shared a transcript where the visa officer was like, "Cut the crap," right? And showed some. I think you are in the group, right? And then
Yes, I am.
yeah, the visa officer was like, "Cut the crap. You are not coming back." And he didn't say it for once. He said it for twice. Should you? Most of these visa officers have heard this story. You are not the only one going with the same story, right? And thousands of people go to the embassy every day. So if you start speaking plenty, to me it sounds like you've memorized it. So
yeah,
read the room and then understand the visa officer. You know, some of them will keep quiet and listen to you. Others can just decide not to listen and be cutting you in. So if your answers are long, my feedback is make sure you're bringing the very most important ones first. And then even if the person cuts you in, he has gotten your feedback. But I think we're giving this over and over again. It's eloquent, it's beautiful, but depending on which visa officer you meet, it can be a good thing or a bad thing, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So if they say cut the crap, like I get it. They know that most of these stories are things that we are saying just to get here. We are not going to come back. So just keep your composure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any questions for me?
No, I don't.
Okay, Joe.
Hello.
I think your network was not good. But you should be
Yeah.
glad you're back. You are talking
Yeah.
about your funding, so let's take it from there.
Okay. So I have an assistantship of 22,093 US dollars, which covers tuition, participation in health benefits program, and a stipend which I receive from the programs department. My deficit of 18,750 USD will be covered by my personal savings and support from my uncle, who is the head of my family. Michael is a franchise holder at Agroecom Ghana Limited, a subsidiary of Econ Group of Switzerland, as a cocoa merchant agent. He earns an annual income of not less than 60,000 US dollars based on metric tons purchased for shipment. This support is in the
Okay,
form of a
so
soft loan.
you always want to state exact amount. You want to avoid words like I think, about an amount, like state the amount. You said not less than, which does not tell me the accurate number. If you tell me not less than 60K, it can be exactly 60K. So like, can you state the exact amount?
Okay, so I mentioned that because normally the income comes in the form of
Commission, right?
how do you call it?
Oh, your
No,
number is
like
very
based on metric tons purchased for shipment. So based on what he purchased,
yeah, I know the cocoa merchants very well. So, but they don't know their business. Like me, I know. I have family members who are cocoa merchants.
can you
So
hear
you
me?
just want to make sure. Yeah, I can hear you. You want to make sure that you are stating an amount.
Okay,
The person doesn't know the business you are talking about. That's why sometimes I'm like, you can
right.
also say that the industry is worth, because the cocoa industry is worth tons of millions, right? So the industry is worth this
So
amount. They understand industry worth more than saying that the person's a cocoa merchant. They might even think he's a farmer and you are trying to make it seem nice. But I know there's a lot of money in there, because the person can get as much as 10,000 or 100,000 at once to buy whatever goods is available. So it's up to you to make the person understand this business, right? So you can say that the
right.
person is making 60,000K. About amount, like those words, try to avoid them. And then you also say that the industry is where the cocoa industry in maybe West Africa is worth this amount. It makes the person understand how much worth the business is.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Okay. I think so. With the funding, that will be my question. Who is sponsoring you again?
Michael is a franchise holder at Agroecom Ghana Limited. Sorry. I want to take her again. Come in.
Okay.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
want to
So
ask
what?
so that I come in?
Okay. Fatima, are you ready? I
You
think
didn't
Joe.
ask the question.
Oh, you want me to ask the question again? I thought you wanted.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Fatima, please give me a break. Give me a second. Joe, what is your how are you funding your studies?
I have an assistantship of 22,093 US dollars, which covers participation in health benefits program and the stipend which I receive from the programs department. My deficit of 18,750 USD will be covered by my uncle and then my personal savings. Michael is a franchise holder at Agroecom Ghana Limited, a subsidiary of Econ Group of Switzerland as a cocoa merchant agent. He earns 60,000 based on metric tons purchased for shipment. This support is in the form of soft loan, 30% as a gift towards my studies, and 70% I am expected to repay in monthly installments upon graduation and return to my home country to grow and officially start my current freelance landscape company as a family business.
Okay, Joe, what program are you going to study?
I'm going to study the Master of Landscape Architecture at the University of Maryland College Park. This is a program which you want to ask that again, please.
What did you say?
Do you want to ask that again, please?
What
Struggling with the
program are you going to study?
Okay. I'm going to study the Master of Landscape Architecture at the University of Maryland College Park. This program aligns with my undergraduate degree in landscape design and management and career aspiration as a landscape architect, specifically in the field of urban design.
Okay, all right. Tell me about your program.
Okay. So the Master of Landscape Architecture, is a graduate program that combines rigorous academic work and technical preparation in nurturing diverse and engaging environment to prepare graduates for a wide range of opportunities in local, national, and international settings of urban design.
So if I say, tell me, Joe, is this the first time you are joining my live session?
This is like the second time. I tried the third time, I couldn't get
Yeah.
into it.
So when I say tell me about your program, the visa officer is expecting to know what you know about the program, right? So you don't have to go outside the box like what the program has equipped other people to do. You want to talk about what you know about the program. How many credit hours are you taking? Are you taking a thesis? Are you taking a capstone? Are you doing a dissertation? What are some of the courses you are going to take while you are studying this program? These are the basic information. Because on the 214, which is the denial letter that is given to a non-immigrant visa applicant, it states that the person must have basic knowledge about the program they are going to study. So I've always said it that if a question is asked, you want to assess what is the visa officer trying to understand, right? So tell me about your program is trying to understand if you have read about the program or you know what you are going for. So my program is a 30-hour credit course, which will help me take a dissertation and at the end of the program. During this program, I will take courses like communication, reading international business, banking and finance, accounting. I'm mentioning my courses that I did in school. And then you talk about maybe like, are you going to do a thesis? My program gave me the opportunity to do a capstone with a real-time company to solve a real-time business problem and provide solutions. So which gave me the hands-on experience of working with an American company, right? So what have you read about the company, or what have you read about the program? That's what you want to say if I say tell me about your program. Like how many credit hours are you going to do dissertation or
Right.
capstone, especially if it's a master's? And then you mention some of the courses you are going to take. With the courses you are going to take, you want to mention courses that are relevant to what your comeback is. So let's say I'm planning to come back to set up my non-profit organization. During the duration of this program, I'm going to take courses like managing non-profit organization, entrepreneurship. Taking these courses will help me to be able to acquire the necessary skills I need to be able to come back to Ghana to start my own non-profit organization. So every question that you are asked, you can correlate it with other questions, right? That's how some people are like, my interview was 2 minutes. Depending on how you answer the questions, if the visa officer has understood everything he's looking for, he will not ask you any more questions.
Right. Right.
Yep. So yeah, be mindful of tell me about your question. Who is funding your trip?
Okay. My uncle, Mr. Michael Usuansa, is funding my trip. He
And
works
you know there is a
as a
difference between who is funding your trip and who is funding your studies, right?
Yeah, actually, on the DS-160, I stated the same
Okay,
as
that's good.
funding my trip.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, okay. Do you have any
So
questions?
in this,
Visa interview.
so in this case,
Yeah, once
do I
you
give this?
stated, yeah, once you stated on the I-20 that the DS-160 that he's the one that's sponsoring your trip, you want to go ahead and mention him because most of the questions
Okay,
come from the DS-160 which you have filled. So let's say you said your uncle was sponsoring you, and now at the visa interview you are saying your sister is sponsoring, then it means there is no correlation with what you have answered, and so they might think you were
Right.
telling some lies. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question. So I actually updated my I-20, okay,
Okay.
with my personal funds recently. Yeah. And then the designated school official I had on the old I-20, the name changed to a new person. However, I've already submitted my DS 160 and it's past the 30 days mark of being able to edit it. So I wanted to find out, is this a big deal or is just
What
a
has
minor issue
changed?
that
What's the issue?
the
The
name,
DSO has changed.
yeah, the DSO has changed?
It's not something you can control. The DSO is something the school decides. So there are lots of DSOs. So if within a department they change the DSO, that's fine. So if I'm getting you right, you have a different DSO on your DS 160 and a different DSO on your I-20. Joe. All right. Fatima, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Tell me about your funding. How are you funding your studies?
Okay, so my mother will be the one funding for my education in the US. She's a businesswoman who owns and runs a cosmetic shop in Accra. She earns a minimum of $25,000 to
So I
$30,000
said you want
annually.
to mention the exact amount the person's earning. I literally told Joe a minute ago she earns a minimum of, what does she earn? 30,000, 40,000. If you are trying to state a range, then you might as well go for the higher end of the range. That's how you do it. So if she earns between 30,000 to 40,000, my mom earns an annual of $40,000.
So I shouldn't add a ring to it.
No.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Yes, shall I start?
Yes.
Okay, so my mom will be the one funding, and also, okay, my mom will be the one funding my education in the US. She's a businesswoman who owns and runs a cosmetic shop in Accra. She earns a maximum of $35,000 annually, and she's been in the business for a decade now. And also, I've secured a partial scholarship from my school.
Fatima, when is your interview?
My interview is this Thursday, but it's not
Fatima,
certain whether.
you've prepped a long time. You've been on the session for quite some time that I can remember. So I don't think your answer is convincing to me. And this is not to discourage you, but it's just to tell you that you can do better. Um, you have a scholarship. I've always said that if you have a scholarship, you want to bring the scholarship first to capture the attention of the visa officer. How much scholarship have you earned? Maybe 5,000, 3,000. You state it. The remaining of my deficit to be funded for by my mom, who owns the company in one of Ghana's major cities, Accra, because the visa officer might not know Accra or how big Accra is. My mom earns an annual income of 40,000. When I said don't say the range, you said a maximum of, which is still not screaming precision.
Okay, I have a question to ask.
Okay.
Okay, so my scholarship, should I say like the
Can you
amount
be fast?
come again?
Can you be fast? Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the scholarship, can I say that just for the first year, I should just sum everything up because mine is
How much
payable over
scholarship
4 years.
on your I-20? How much
Mm,
is your deficit or personal funds?
my personal fund is
And
37,522.
then how much was the scholarship?
The full scholarship or the one on the I-20,
The one on the I-20.
$41,000.
Okay, so you have a scholarship of $41,000. Everything that is stated on the I-20 is 11 months period. It doesn't exceed 1 year. So you speak to
Okay.
what is in front of the visa officer, not what you have in the coming years, because in the coming years sponsorship might change.
Okay.
So you have a scholarship of 41,000, and then
Yes.
your mom is funding the remaining of how much?
Of $37,524.
Okay, so your visa interview is Thursday. I don't know if I can do a live session tomorrow or Wednesday, but you want to like prep your answers again, maybe with a friend or something. Like I don't, I'm not convinced about how you are answering there. Who is funding you? All right, Fatima, how are you? What program are you going to read?
Come
Hello,
again.
what program are you going to read?
Yeah, hello. I'm going to read medical laboratory science.
Okay, so
Can you hear me?
answer the question like a visa officer is asking you. What program are you going to read?
Okay, so I'll be reading the Bachelor of Science in Medical Technology at Hartwell College in New York City. This program is a 4-year program, and for to complete this, please ask the question again.
What program are you going to read?
Okay, so I'll be reading the Bachelor of Science degree in Medical Technology at Hartwell College in New York City. The program is a 3+1 program leading to a Bachelor of Science degree in Medical Technology. It consists of 3 years of academic work, followed by a 12-month clinical internship at Rochester General Hospital in New York. To complete this course, I'll be taking courses in biology, chemistry, biochemistry, and mathematics, which is going to help me gain strong foundation in science to acquire critical thinking skills.
Fatima, do you have a
Yeah.
transcript?
Yes, I have a transcript.
And is this what is in your transcript, or today is just not a good day?
No, this is what is in it, but I'm trying to say it my own words.
I don't. Your confidence is very low, and the way you are answering your answers, it looks like you are not prepared, or maybe I don't want to frustrate you so much. So like, just take the time off and then try to like put one or two together. I know sometimes it gets anxious, but once you get to the visa officer, you are able to say things you didn't even plan, and it sounds so well, right? So that's another part of it. Don't be discouraged. Just make sure that at least you have a fair idea of what you want to say. I mean, it sounds natural, but it also make you feel like you are unprepared. Do you get it?
Okay.
Yeah. Promise says their visa interview is tomorrow, so I'll add promise. Um, and give me a second. All right, promise your visa interview is tomorrow. Let's do this real quick. What's your plan after school? No, let's start this way. How are you funding your studies? Promise. Promise. Can you guys hear me? Lady, can you
Yes,
hear me?
please, we can hear
Okay, so
you.
Promise is not on the line. He told me his visa interview is tomorrow. So I thought I would
Okay,
give him the priority, but he's not ready.
okay, please.
Um, Testimony was asking the question, who is funding your trip? What if the person is fully funded? If you are fully funded, it doesn't fully funded. Some of them covers your flight, but most of these fully funded scholarship don't cover your flight tickets. Who is funding your trip is who is paying for the flight tickets. So it can be your mother, your father, even if you are fully funded. It depends on who is truly fully funding who is truly buying your tickets, right?
Okay,
And I had another question. Someone said I should share the denial letter with them. I'll drop the link to my WhatsApp group. You join it and I'll share it there. I don't know how I can share an image on YouTube. So, lady, once you are on, let's go. How are you funding your
okay, please.
studies?
Please, I've been able to secure an academic merit scholarship from my university, which is $3,000, and also I've been able to secure an educational loan from Empire Financing, which is $37,000, and this exceeds my deficit of $35,750. While I'm in school, I plan to make an interest payment of $400 out of my 2000 living expenses money that will be given to me by my student loan fund to reduce the accumulation of the debt. And upon completion of my course, when I return back to my home country and I'm being able to be promoted to become a strategic educational technology project manager, I'll be able to earn an annual income of approximately 452,000 Ghana cedis, 224, which is equivalent to $29,000, 107.
Okay, who did you say is funding your studies? I had a loan.
Yes, please, from Empower Financing.
How much is the loan?
37,000.
And what's your deficit? All right,
35,750.
so your entire education is being funded by Empower, right?
Yes, please. But I have a scholarship, a academic merit scholarship of
Of how much? Of
3,000.
Okay, so my studies will be funded by an academic scholarship of 3,000. Additionally, I was able to secure a student loan amount of $35,000 by
37.
$37,000 by Empower Financing.
Yes.
This loan is very flexible that it allows me to pay 6 months after graduation, and it's spread along a
A 10
maximum
years.
10 years. So I'm just saying something framework, then you pick it from there.
Yeah.
So while I'm in school, I'll be able to pay my student loan repayments by um the Empower is going to give me an amount of, let's say, $5,000 a semester, which is $1,000 monthly. My anticipated living expenses is rent and food, which will cost me about $500. The remaining of my $500 will be used to fund my Empower loan financing, right?
Yes,
And then
please.
after school, you can say that after school you'll be able to take up a promotional role, which is going to make you an annual of $60,000, and so which will help you make your monthly student loan payments.
Payments, yes, please.
Yeah.
So please, I want to ask if I mentioned that my living expenses will be for my food and rent. What if I'm asked about insurance, health insurance, and other things?
Yeah.
Or
So some of the scholarship that they give you, it includes the living expense and then the health insurance and those stuff. So if yours is not including, you can say that your main anticipated living expenses would be, and then you list two or three, four of them. Which
okay,
is the
because
specific
this
one?
one they didn't state what I'll use the $2,000. They just stated that I'll be using it to. That's the scholarship, just three
Yeah,
thousand.
so I don't think it's medical health insurance. Don't assume that. So calculate that as a living expenses. Whatever will be left will be used to make your student loan repayment.
Okay, okay, please. Okay.
All right.
So please, should I come again or it's fine?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, please.
Yeah, and tell me about your program.
Okay, so IT project management, it's basically the planning, scheduling, and execution of IT projects. And it is merging technology with human and organizational structures. This course is a 33 credit master's program, which includes courses like project management principles, planning projects, and visualization, feedback, and dissemination. The course will last for a period of 2 years.
Okay. And what's the plan after school?
After school, I want to return to my home country and become a strategic educational technology project manager with the Ministry of Education, whereby I'll be able to work with the government of Ghana so that we can implement more ICT policies and also technologies that will upgrade the learning and the educational system in my country. I'm also looking forward to become one of the edutech entrepreneurs in my home country, where I'll be able to create my own softwares, educational softwares like the Anansi educators and other softwares that has already been created by edutech entrepreneurs. I also look forward to set up a consultancy whereby I'll be training teachers with the skills and the technical know-how on how to implement technology in their teaching methods.
Yeah. Okay, so well, I asked you how are you funding your studies? What's your plan after
My
school?
plan after
Tell me
school,
about
and
your program.
I've told you
Do you
about
have
the
any
program.
like question for me? I think we answered basically everything. Just my feedback was about the empower. It's how you say it and how you sound convincing, right? Because people
Yes,
have gotten their visa approved with empower, so I don't think you should make
yeah,
that be your headache. It's just drafting a story that will get it approved.
yes, please.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any
I
questions?
No, my interview is not any time closer. It's somewhere this month though, but it's
Okay.
not really close. So I
It's
just want to be preparing. So,
yeah.
yes, please.
Sounds good.
So is that the only question for today that you
Yes.
have?
Yeah.
Okay, please. Thank you very
No
much.
problem. Thank you too.
Okay.
Promise. Are you ready or you still not here? All right. I think Promise is asleep or something. All right. So Brempon, are you ready now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me, how are you funding your studies?
Okay. So my funding will be it will be funded by my mother. She's a businesswoman and then she has multiple companies. She has one of the best transport company in Ghana and owns one of the biggest wholesale and then retail
So
shop
one
in
of the best
Kumasi,
transport
which she
company in
deals with
Ghana.
rice, cooking oil, and then
Brempon, hello. Yeah. If you say one of the best
supplies.
in Ghana, you want to mention it to the visa officer. It's okay if you don't want to mention it
Hey,
here,
my
but
network.
yeah,
Please,
your
guys.
net. I said if you
Please,
say
can you
one.
come again?
Yeah, I said if you say one of the biggest company in Ghana, you want to tell them, you want to state the name of the company to the person. If for privacy concerns you don't want to state it here, that's fine. But make sure
Okay.
you're letting the person know the name of the company because that makes you seem more credible.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So, should I continue?
Yes, please.
Okay, and she also has rental services which she supplies tables, chairs, canopies, generators, and spinning machines. She earns an annual income of over 180,000 US dollars. Please, is it okay?
Okay, yeah. That's a huge money. What's your deficit? I think it's the network. I'll end the session soon because everybody comes on and their network is very bad. Ruth, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready, ma. Good evening, ma.
Good evening. How are you funding your studies?
I'll be funding my studies from three sources: my school, myself, and my lovely husband. I've been opportunity to get a scholarship of 2,000 USD from my school, and also I've been working for the past 9 years with Dangote Cement Company. I've been able to save up to 30 million naira, which is equivalent to 19,000 USD. And my lovely husband will be covering for the remaining 15,000 USD deficit. Is into a business of Dangote distribution of flour, sugar, and cement, in which his annual profit is 840 million naira, which is equivalent to which is equivalent to 503,000 USD.
Ruth, can you take
He
it
has,
again? It's you saying a lot of things. So you are funding your education in three ways. What then in the
yes,
three ways? How much is who funding? Who is funding how much? You want to state that. So first you get a scholarship of 3,000, and then the remaining out of the remaining of maybe 75,000, you are funding this, and then your husband is funding this. It makes it more clear. But if you start mentioning figures, you don't want to confuse the visa officer.
okay, okay. All right, can I take that again?
Yes.
All right. I'll be funding my studies from three sources: my school, myself, and my lovely husband. I've been awarded a scholarship of 2000 USD from my school. And over the 9 years I've been working with Dangote Cement Company, I've been able to save up to 30 million naira with the company cooperative, which is equivalent to 19,000 USD. And my lovely husband will be covering for the 15,000 remaining deficits, in which his annual profit is 840 million naira and is equivalent to 506,000 USD. Is a senior engineer in Novatrack company and also into a business. He distributes Dangote cement, flour, and sugar in the region of Southwest. He has one in Oyo, Ogun, Osun, and Kwara states. He has staff strength of 30 and 100 trucks 100 trucks which are operational. So it's the one that will be covering for my deficit.
Okay. What's your plan after school?
I have a plan of returning back to my place of work where I'll be assuming a higher position as head of logistics because I've been granted a study leave with 40% payment from my
Did you
monthly
mention the
salary.
did
So
you
upon my
mention
return,
the Ruth? Did you mention the study leave when you were talking about your funding?
no, I did not mention it.
Your story is very confusing, if I'm going to be honest with you. You have a study leave, but I asked
Okay.
with your funding, you didn't say it until I said, what's your plan after school? Then you are saying you have a study leave. So it means that the study leave is not part of your funding. Why are you lying? If, like, I'm not saying you're lying, but like that's what the visa officer would think.
I understand. Yeah.
So, like, do you really have a study leave?
Yes, I have a study leave.
Okay, so why is it not part of your funding?
I'm thinking this is as in the sources should not be too much,
It's
or
already.
it may raise a red flag.
Yeah, so which one of the sources do you think are you said yourself? Do you think you have that much money to fund yourself rather than using your company?
Yes, I have that amount in funding myself.
Okay, then you can omit
Because
the
if I'm to use my company, that 40% will not cover my deficits.
Mhm.
It can only cover for my living expenses.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, what's your plan after school? Let's go.
I have a plan of returning back to my place of work, in which I've been granted a study leave with 40% of my monthly salary. And as upon my return to the place of my work, I'll be assuming a position of head of logistics. And also, I'll be investing in my entrepreneur vocational skill training, in which I'll be able to expand it to improve my community.
Okay. Why should I approve your visa?
Approving my visa will make my long-term vision to come true because over 15 years I've been in the system of entrepreneur in which I've been training both young from secondary school, core members, and the people in the in the and the old women. Let me say it that way, and the old women on how to do one skills or the other, in which most of them have been their bosses by themselves.
Someone commented US and money. I don't know if you
I,
understand.
I don't really know I don't really know how to put it because I've not really composed this.
What was
But
the
actually that is what I
what
do.
was the question?
That why did I think you should approve my visa? So approving my visa will give me I don't know how to put it. I don't know.
So approving my visa will enable me a legal access to the United States to study a master of. I'm using myself Approving my visa will
Okay.
give me a legal access to go to the United States to study a Master of Global Business Management, which will help me or equip me with the requisite knowledge and skills in banking and finance and running international business in order to help me go back to my home country to establish my own non-profit organization that will cater for young children on the street without food.
Okay.
Do you get
All
it?
right.
So it's
I
just,
get it.
yeah, it's just what's your impact? Why should I approve your visa? Convince me to approve your visa. Why are you wanting this visa?
Okay. Approving my visa will give me a longer opportunity to go to United States to improve on my knowledge and skills. And upon my return back to my place of work, I'll be able to impart this knowledge in my new position where I'll be taking a position of head of logistics. And also I will be able to apply it in my long-term career goal as an entrepreneur that I am.
Okay. Ruth, when is your interview?
Till like a month
Oh,
to this time.
you're good, yeah. Yeah. So we can do people that have their interviews tomorrow. You can still join some prep sessions
Okay.
if I'm able to create one. But yeah, you're still working on your story.
All right. Ṣé tó jẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ tán?
Please, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. The network went off before.
Yeah, I got a call. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, we
You said
can
I should work on my
use. I said
stories.
you're still working on your stories, so you should be good.
All right. Thank you. Please, I
Yeah.
have a question.
Okay.
Yeah, concerning that my funding, I think I messaged you on YouTube because I'm not on the WhatsApp group actually. So I want to know how to calculate my percentage for that
So
my deficit.
it's I don't know how I should answer those questions to people that are asking me to calculate their deficit. Like honestly, that's my reaction. Like you have to, okay, so it's math, right? If I have
Okay.
a cost of attendance of 100,000, I think you are not the only person asking. So please, everybody, pay attention. If you have $100,000 as your cost of attendance and you receive scholarship of $3,000, your deficit is the remaining of the amount where you don't have any funding, which is your 97,000. Out of the 97,000, you can get um um you can get funding from your family, your siblings, your friends. All of these are deficits.
Okay.
So I don't know if you guys ask me to calculate your deficit for you. 3% of 100,000 is, if 3,000 over 100,000 times 100 will give you your deficit percentage.
Okay. Okay. I get it now.
Yeah, so the scholarship you got over the total cost of attendance times 100 will give you your scholarship amount. Then 100 minus the scholarship amount is your deficit.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, maybe.
Thank you. All right, ma'am.
My friend. Yeah, testimony, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Good evening, ma.
Please give me a second.
Okay.
All right. Hello. Hello.
Hello,
Can you
ma.
guys hear me? I got a call that I needed to take. So
Yes, I
if you
can
are
hear
on
you,
and
ma.
you still want to be interviewed, that's fine. I think I spoke to a testimony.
Yes, ma.
I can't hear you.
Hello.
Yeah. When is your interview?
On Thursday.
All right. How are you funding your studies?
Okay, I received a competitive grant and sponsor scholarship worth of $37,000 from my school, and my deficit as a result of my living expenses and my book fee will be covered by my lovely father, Mr. Ojogbenga. He is an entrepreneur and also a businessman. He has an annual income of 100 million, which is equivalent to $87,000 per year. He's into importation and selling of heavy farming machine and also construction machine such as paver, tractor, and also forklift. He also has four housing shortlists in Lagos State, which he earns 60 million from this annually. And due to his passion for good and quality education, he has sponsored my sister to the UK, specifically University of Leicester, to pursue her master's degree in accounting. And now she's back working for UBA Bank as an accountant.
All right. What's your plan after school?
On completion of my program, I will come back to Nigeria to firstly take the NYSC program, after which I will get a license from Nursery and Midwifery Council of Nigeria, which will grant me the legal access to work as a male registered nurse at Lagos State General Hospital, where I currently intend. Here, I will have the opportunity to work with other healthcare professionals to administer good medical care, and I will also integrate theory and research into professional nursing practices, which will help improve in my community healthcare. At the long run, I plan to create a non-governmental healthcare center in my community, which the less privileged will have easy access to get a good medical care. Because we actually lack a good one in my community as at now.
All right. Convince me to approve your visa.
Approving my visa will not only benefit me, but will also benefit my community at large, because I want to gain the practical experience and build skills and later research techniques to provide high quality patient care, where I will bring back the knowledge and skills I gained from the school back to my home country to create a non-governmental healthcare center in my community, which the less privileged will have easy access to get a good medical care. We actually lack a professional healthcare center in my community now, which has really increased the mortality rate in my community, and I would like to be of help to in this aspect.
Yeah. Testimony, I think our feedback has been the same. You've prepped a lot, so I know the stories. I know I've asked you different questions over the time. My feedback remains the same. You always seem to me like you are either shouting or you are running through whatever you have planned to say. So someone said you will never return to Tinubu's Nigeria. Yeah. So you want to be mindful of that, okay? When you go read the room, stay calm and then give your answers. Your answers are very good because you prepped it over time. You just need to take your time, okay?
Okay, ma. Thank you very much, ma.
Are you going to return to Tinubu's Nigeria?
God forbid.
It says you, eh? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, ma.
So I don't know if this is Osas. I know. Hello, Osas. All right. So wait, no. Hello, Osas.
Hello,
Yeah, I need to leave.
hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you tell me
Can you
about your
hear me?
funding?
Yeah, can you hear me, ma?
Yeah,
Yeah, apart from my partial scholarship, I have a substantial.
your voice is very low. I don't know if it's your sound system or it's just you speaking low. So can you
I
speak
think
louder a bit?
I think it's my network. I don't know if you can hear me loud and
Are you
clear.
using an earpiece?
No, I just take it off.
Okay.
So can you hear me clear now?
Yeah.
Okay, apart from my partial scholarship, I have a substantial financial support from my
Mm?
I do have
Oh, it's your network.
for
I can
my
follow the
university.
story.
She earns 60 to 70 million net annually. She through estates and a restaurant,
Osas, I can't hear
and
you.
she has three land properties in.
Delta, are you ready? Delta. All right. Thank you all so much for joining today. The comment section has been really interesting, and everybody talking about my hair. Thank you so much. Hopefully I'm able to do a session tomorrow. I don't know, but with all the best to everyone.
Eddie,
Yeah, all the best to everyone. We're having their visa interview this week. If I'm not able to do a session again, please send me your feedback. If you're approved or you're denied, let's see what's the next step. If this is the first time you're joining this session, it's a session where we prep you for your visa interview and then make sure your stories are much better. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I just did a video on cultural shock. You want to check it out. And I'm also doing a video that I'll post on Wednesday about navigating the airport as an international student or your first flight experience. So there's a lot of things that will be helpful to you, and some of the things like the things you need to do when you have come here. So I would urge you to subscribe to the channel and be in the loop for this information. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you. Thank you to everybody that's saying my hair is nice. That's the smile you get. Bye.
I'm ready. Ready. Data is ready.